Good morning, folks. Aido here, social care management team from Crosscare, a member of the Consultative Forum for former residents of mother and baby homes and allied institutions. Lovely sunny morning here in Bray, and the promenade is packed. So, what do I want to talk to you about this morning? So recently I was talking to a young social care worker, and nearly every social care worker I talk to is a young social care worker. When you get to my age, everyone appears to be younger than you. That's working frontline. Anyway, I was talking to a young social care worker, young female social care worker, and we got talking on the subject of assault and inappropriate touch. And assault, inappropriate touch, unwanted sexual advances, whatever you want to call it, in any setting, we should not be subject to that. We should not be subject to people moving into our personal spaces in any form whatsoever, unless we've given consent for it to happen. We work with individuals who have levels of vulnerability, levels of struggles with mental health, struggles with intellectual ability, struggles with addictive behavior, etc., etc., etc. But that being said, that doesn't give any one of those individuals the right to assault us, but it also doesn't give managers and leaders, PICs and directors of services carte blanche to ignore what's happening just because we're working with someone who's finding it very difficult to manage their own boundaries. So the particular issue that was brought to me, and I don't want to go into it in too much detail because I don't want to identify or for anyone to be able to identify the young person that I was talking to, but it was in relation to a trip out with some service users, and a female social care worker was helping a service user after being out at an event, and he reached out and he touched her breasts, and when she brought that up, it wasn't handled very well. All the conversations were like, well, how close were you to him, and what were you wearing, etc., etc., etc. Right? And I think we're too far down the road now in relation to the abuse of women, in particular in this country. That we understand that when someone is assaulted in any way, it is not their issue, it's the issue of the person who assaults them. And even if they have an intellectual disability, or anything, or they're living with an addiction or in a mental health problem, or whatever, it's up to us to, as social care teams and social care team leaders in particular, to have policies around risk assessing interactions between social care workers and those that we serve. And if an issue becomes apparent, we then should have a way of dealing with that and communicating that to the individual who has invaded someone's space or assaulted them, or there should never be an acceptance of this sort of stuff happening. We know it happens. We're well aware that it happens. But there should not be no acceptance. And when a member of your team comes to you and says that they, have been assaulted, or their space has been invaded, or to been inappropriately touched, well, then it's your job, your responsibility as a team leader, a manager, or whatever, to absolutely deal with them with the greatest of care and to make them feel safe in your organisation. That's all I have for today. See you soon.